What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and today I've got a video checking out the brand new flagship Razer DeathStalker V2 Pro keyboard. So we've checked out some keyboards in the past couple months, and it seems like you guys really enjoy it. So I figured it's good to cover the realm of keyboards that are both productivity focused, maybe some that are more geared towards gaming, but generally speaking, seeing what is out there in terms of wireless options for all different types of uses. I want to give a huge thanks to Razer for sponsoring this video, and if you guys would like to win some of the items that I featured in this episode, I'm going to be giving away one of each of them. So all you have to do is go ahead and drop a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment down below as to what your favorite feature is in a keyboard, and I'll be picking a winner in the comment section in 1 month and contacting you directly on Instagram. So for starters, this right here is a keyboard that is packed with a ton of features. It has the same characteristic design that you see on the flagship Razer keyboards from the past, but it not only delivers a good typing experience, but it also has great wireless technology as well as a fast USB dongle. You can connect up to 3 devices via the Bluetooth profiles and one 2.4 gigahertz device, which is the USB hyperspeed wireless receiver. And you actually have 2 different choices of models, including one right here that has the number pad, as well as a 10 keyless model that is just a bit more compact. And if you don't really need that number pad, then you can save a bit of space on your desk as well. If you can see like the whole lineup of Razer accessories, I also have the Orochi V2 mouse right here, which I've used recently for travel because of just how good the sensitivity is and the fact that it is very balanced, lightweight, and wireless. There's also the Razer Barracuda Pro gaming headphones, which can be a great addition to your Razer lineup. And I think the best part about this keyboard is that it has high performance features that gamers and prosumers demand, but it is also a fully wireless setup, which even though a lot of gaming keyboards out there are wired, I definitely do prefer a wireless setup whenever possible, because nowadays wireless technology has gotten a lot better, but at the same time it just keeps your whole desk setup very clean, which for a productivity and gaming blend is like the medium that I do appreciate. So I think the first thing you're going to notice is that this keyboard is very low profile. It is built out of an aircraft grade aluminum construction, which just feels very durable because you never want to have any flex on the keyboard itself. As you press down and type, the entire keyboard holds its composure very well, and the metal construction does wrap around the edges, and there is nice detail that chamfers in that curve as well. I also love the fact that there is a media key right here that has nice tactile clicks, so as you scroll up and change your volume, for example, the roller is also clickable. It is all very responsive, and you also have like a play pause type button right here, and every aspect of a flagship keyboard that you would expect is very well put together. The keys themselves are available in 2 different types of mechanisms. There's a Razer low profile optical switch, which is the linear one, and it has an actuation point of 1.2 millimeters and a full travel of 2.8 millimeters, which has an average force of 45. The other option is a low profile optical switch, which is more clicky and has an actuation point of 1.5 millimeters and a tactile point of 1.5 millimeters, but the full travel is the same at 2.8 millimeters and an average force of 50. Having options is very important because everyone has their own set of preferences and priorities. And as someone who likes a keyboard that is very loud and tactile, being someone who works around a few others, it is not really practical because it seems to distract everyone with just the amount that I type. So by going with a low profile linear switch, it is not only giving me very good tactile feedback that you get out of like a mechanical keyboard, but at the same time, it doesn't produce too much noise to distract everyone around you, but I do still get a bit of that audible feedback, which in this scenario, you can hear a bit of a test right here. It is a very responsive and direct keyboard, and the reason why I believe it is a really good productivity one alongside gaming is because gaming keyboards are typically ones that have very large and tall keycaps, and I found that a lot of people have actually been moving towards lower profile switches recently that have a good hybrid of like a tactile and clicky feel to it with the mechanical benefits, but at the same time are low profile optical switches, which just gives you like a very good level of feedback. Going into detail about the keycaps, these are laser etched and coated keycaps from Razer. They have an ultra durable coating on the ABS keycaps, and both the primary and secondary legends are backlit with Razer Chroma RGB. You can see that all the details are very well cut out, but at the same time when you're typing, you don't feel like the keys are rocking in any way. The space button has like a very good level of bounce to it, and what is cool about this is that say you want to use this for your workday, it's a great keyboard on its own, but if you want to switch it over to the gaming mode, and as a matter of fact, most of the keys on this keyboard is customizable, and you can actually save up to 5 onboard profiles for different use cases from work to play. Of course, being a Razer product, another very important element is the RGB. These all have secondary backlights, and you can see here that it is currently displaying a single color. Beyond customization of the keys, you can use the Razer Synapse software to be able to adjust the different sequences, patterns, and colors that the LED lights on the keyboard display. And that is always a big part of being able to customize your entire setup and have it go in conjunction with the other RGB accessories that you might have, including desk lights or the monitor RGBs alongside the computer RGBs. So being able to have that level of customization is something that Razer has been very well known for, and the software is something that I've had experience with on their previous laptops. So when it comes to connectivity, that is another very important element of this keyboard being good for both productivity and gaming without having a big wire sticking out of it. Razer's hyperspeed wireless technology gives you a response time of less than 1 millisecond through the USB dongle. It has a 1000 Hz polling rate, and this type of direct technology where it uses that USB dongle can be compared to something like the Logitech Bolt that we talked about recently as a very important element to not only have good security, but also direct connectivity and minimal latency, which is especially important in a keyboard that is built for gaming. Logitech keyboards that we've tested in the past are ones that are specifically made for productivity, but this is one that is totally capable to be used as a PC gaming keyboard that has all the other elements of low latency as well as RGB and design functionality with that customization. Some of the other options for connectivity though include being able to connect this to 3 different devices and easily being able to switch to them with the press of the button on the top. It has an average of a 10 to 12 day battery life depending on the usage per day or which model you have, which I think is pretty respectable considering all the functions that are built within. So overall, when you take a look at this keyboard, it not only has like a very sharp design and a nice low profile look to it, but I also feel like the way that it slopes and sit on your desk is very ergonomic and perfect for someone who likes a good blend of productivity and gaming focus. You do have the option to set the different heights in 2 different sets. So there are the legs right here, and you can also have it raised a little bit higher depending on the height of your desk and what is an optimal typing angle for you. But I also love the fact that there is a media roller on the top right here to quickly be able to change certain functions, but also customize it specific to which feature that you're gonna use the most. I personally really like having RGBs. I mean, I work at night, I also game at night sometimes, so being able to change the different colors to different waves is a lot of fun, and it just like adds a lot to it. The latency is also another area that is very important, and by committing to a wireless setup for a flagship keyboard, it seems like Razer has that down. They have the option to use the USB dongle, which is usually my method of preference because I do have a lot of devices, and even with the reliable Bluetooth connection, I personally find that whenever there's the option to use a USB receiver, it is always the most reliable. But Bluetooth 5.0 is still super fast, and being able to easily switch between different devices, whether it is like a tablet, maybe even a smartphone, is really handy, especially when you're at your desk setup. If you guys are looking for a great flagship hybrid keyboard, this is one that comes in at a price point that definitely demands flagship standards. And I can tell you that from a feature standpoint and all of the different details that are needed to meet that price point, Razer has absolutely checked off a lot of boxes here. If you're someone who doesn't necessarily game, then you may not take advantage of a lot of the features, but just based on the feel, if you're deciding between the linear and the clicky setup, I think they've delivered 2 options that are relatively easy to decide depending on your needs. The linear is one that has good feedback, but it's a bit more muted and won't disturb the people around you, whereas the clicky one has more of that trademark gaming feel. But as I mentioned, I'm giving away this mouse as well as the pair of headphones and this keyboard, so make sure you follow the rules in the beginning of the video. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.